If you're angry at someone for leaving, ask yourself why. I just found out TikTok has been hiding hundreds of comments on my videos. Actually, thousands. I didn't even realize how emotional this was getting. I know there was some negative comments on both sides, but this is crazy. And it got me thinking, if someone else moving countries gets you that angry, what is that actually about? It's not about me. You don't know me. You don't know my family. So why has it struck such a nerve? Why does it feel so personal? Maybe it's because when someone leaves, it makes you think about why you would stay. Because when someone decides to choose a different path, it holds up a mirror. I don't hate Canada. We don't hate Canada. We're not running away from something. We're running towards something. And if a family choosing a different path triggers you, it's worth doing some reflecting on.
The guy brings up some valid points, right? Think of this. I want to be more specific with this. So you hear someone say, oh, they're gonna leave Canada to go to Costa Rica. People are cool. You say, well, or Mexico. They're good. Or I'm going back home to Jamaica. Or I'm going to live in Portugal, the UK. People are good. But when you say you want to go and live in the US, that's when something triggers in them. And it's not all Canadians, because there's a lot of Canadians that want to move to the US. It's the ones who don't like Orange Man down south. They're the ones who get triggered. Their first question is, but why? You want to go across to live in a country when Trump is there? Why? And obviously, a lot of people don't like the man down south. But because they don't like the man down south, they want other people to dislike the man down south. Or they want you to not even visit the country because of the man down south. I understand he's a leader. I understand he's the president. I understand he has a lot of influence. But why stop a vacation? Why stop if someone wants to go there? You realize that there's 400 million people in the US, and there's 50 different states and hundreds of different cities, and people want to go down there for a possible financial opportunity, because in Canada, the opportunity to make lots of money is decreasing more and more and more every year. So maybe someone wants to go down there, start a business, start something new, start something fresh. Weather. Some people are just tired of the weather and they want to go somewhere where it's warm all year long. But they can just go to Costa Rica or go coast of Mexico. Well, some people still want that North American feel, except they want better weather. But you want them to feel the same way you feel about America. And when they don't, you get upset and you're all pissed off. Look, if someone wanted to move over here, sometimes I don't recommend it. Even though Canada is a beautiful country, I just don't like the direction that it's heading, because it seems like it's going to become more and more communist, especially if this current government is a majority government. You're going to see less things taken away in terms of freedom and more things where we have to depend on the government for stuff. But back to what the guy said, it's not that you're running away from something, but running towards something. People want better climate. People want more financial freedom. People want the opportunity, not just for them, but for their future generation, their children. That's what they're looking for. They don't want to be controlled financially by a leader or a particular party that wants to control not just their finances or how much they make, but freedom of speech as well. What fun is it when a country wants to control what you say? And not just what you say, what you write on email, what you write in social media. What happened to freedom of speech? What happened to being able to say how you feel? Of course, not everybody's going to say what you want them to say. But to control what they say, that's another story. And it's hitting religion. It's hitting people who believe in certain things. But you want a government to control that? That's why some people are heading towards areas, countries, not just the US, but other countries, so that they can have a freedom. And not just saying a freedom. Now some people say, oh, it's a freedom of hate to do whatever you want. No, it's having that freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of making as much money as you possibly can, freedom to be able to do better for others. A whole bunch of stuff. I don't know. I thought it was an interesting take, and I actually agree with him. You know, people running towards something, and sometimes staying where you're at is not helping your situation, and you're just ending up getting more frustrated. What do you think? Do you get triggered when people say they want to leave Canada or go to another country? Do you encourage it, or do you discourage it? Or, you know, is it something really inside you that is bugging you that's more than is projected out to be? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to Born with Purpose. And until the next video, I'm out. God bless. Peace.